Today we're going to look at two things. First thing is the manga... what a manga. Gengar. Is the Gengar SIR in the Phantasmal Flames English set? And secondly, whatever it is, how would it impact the Phantasmal Flames set? Okay, so I've got a lot of tabs opened. Let's take a look first at the first one. Is the Gengar SIR gonna be in a Phantasmal Flames set? Based on all the information that I've seen thus far, there's a very high chance that it's not going to be in the set. I would say maybe around 99%, and then we'll go through the 1%, which is kind of based on assumptions and a lot of analysis paralysis. But let's first take a look at why it's most likely not going to be in the set. Okay, so firstly, look at Poco Beach article on what the Phantasmal Flames set will be based on. It's going to be based on Japan's Inferno X set, which has 80 cards before Secret Rares, and the Manga Gengar EX and Mega Diancie EX decks, 18 unique cards. So this is the Phantasmal, not the Phantasmal, this is the Inferno X cards from the Mega Gengar EX deck and the Manga Diancie X deck. And from this you can just see it's got a normal EX card, that's really all it is. And this is the English version. And these are likely going to be the promo cards that's going to be inside. So you got a Haunter, and then you have a Meloetta, which is interesting. They said 18 unique cards, but yeah, if you look at this number, it's already 21, not including this Haunter IR and this Meloetta IR. So what is going on? Is there error in the set? Who knows? Maybe unique cards is referring to something else. Anyways, so the Inferno X secret rares have been revealed already. So if we look at it, this is the article that has all the secret rares. So this is all the cards after the main set. The main set has 80 cards, starting from 81 all the way up to 116. Yeah, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 art rares in Japan is art rares or illustration rares in English. Okay, but this one we know is the chalk date is gonna be illustration rare in the English Phantasmal Flames ETB. So you could say these 11 illustration rares will form part of the Phantasmal set. So where's the other two? And that we have to come to this Phantasmal Flames will feature. Now, I'm assuming this is from Pokemon, but if you look at the Pokemon website, it only stops at more than 15. So who knows where this other information is from. But anyways, let's just assume for now that this is real, this is correct. There's going to be 13 illustration rare Pokemons, but there's only 11 that we can see that's coming from Inferno X, which has 11. So where's the other two? That's why later on in the article, Poco Beach does mention that it's possible that Phantasmal Flames will contain the unreleased Meowth and Paldean Wooper promos from last November's Starter Deck Generation Special Battle set. So it could be these two. Okay, that's likely. Could be the case. Who knows? So at least from all the illustration rares that we've seen thus far, there's no Gengar. Okay. Now if we look at the SRs, there's a Heracross, there's Charizard, there's Oricorio, Rotom, Mismagius, Sharpedo, and Empoleon, and Mechalobunny. And then you got some items. Now moving on to let's just skip through the SRs. Okay, let's go to the SRs. Inferno X has how many SRs? It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Pokemon SRs, and then 1 trainer SRR called Dawn. Okay, it also has the Rarity Charizard, but no Gengar. SIR. So from this, that is why it is likely that it's not going to be a Gengar SIR in the set. It's unfortunate, although this Oricorio card is really looking really good. I really like the artwork. Okay, it's from the very popular Shichikanda, so it's gonna do well. These two cards are gonna do well. And again, I don't know why Rotom has gone SIR. Sharpedo also, is this, yeah, Gen 3 Hoenn Pokemon and Low Bunny. It's unfortunate, but Inferno X is not gonna do as well as I thought. The prices have come out already, and I know the Charizard is a Zord tax on it. That is coming out the gate to be a very expensive card. And even this one, this Mer one, this gold one, is extremely expensive at the moment. But you know, Pokemon missed a chance. This could have been an even better set. So it's likely that Phantasmal Flames will only have this Charizard and this Gold Charizard carrying the set. Other SIRs are not that great. Maybe this Dawn SIR will do something. But otherwise it's being carried by only this Charizard and this Mega Charizard EX. And this Oricorio, it's not clear at the moment whether it's going to be part of the set or it's going to be part of the Mega Charizard UPC. Because that one also has a Oricorio EX card. EX promo card. So all in all, no Gengar EX, no Mega Gengar SIR. Unlikely. Okay, so what do I mean by the 1% chance? Could there be something? Now remember, Phantasmal Flame set will be a combination of Inferno X and Mega Gengar and Diancie set. Okay? So, Mega Gengar, from the deck art already, we can see that there's just a Mega Gengar EX. And Diancie, also Mega Diancie. And the promo card is likely going to be just a Haunter IR and the Mega Diancie IR. Okay, so it's going to be based on that set. Again, it's likely there's not going to be an SIR or even an IR for the Gengar. Okay, now moving on to the 1%. So what can cause the Gengar SIR to be in the set? Let's take a look. If you remember this was the leaked Charizard SIR, Mega Charizard EX. You see over here, it's 125 out of 94. So there's 94 base cards. Whereas in the English set, there's only 80. So where's the other 14 cards coming from? That's going to be forming part of the Phantasmal Flame set. Where's the other 14 cards coming from? So if you say it's the other 14 cards is going to be coming from the deck. The deck has, if we look at this, it has 21 cards, main set, and then maybe this Haunter and then this Meloetta. Okay. So, okay, 21 plus 80, that's 101. 94, what about the others? It's a bit confusing at the moment. So we don't know what's going to be forming part of that 14, but it's most likely going to be a subset of the cards in the deck. Okay, so this 94, where's the other 14 cards going to come from? Okay, and then 125. If we take 125 minus 94, that's 31. If we take the, let's take a look at the Charizard. 110 minus 80, that's 30. So that means it's like one additional card in the Phantasmal Flame set. Where's that additional card coming from? Assuming that we're going to follow the exact same order. Where's that additional card going to come from? So that's just something to think about. We don't know. Could that be that additional card be coming from an additional illustration rare? Or could it be a special illustration rare? Okay, so those are still very low chances that it could be a Gengar SIR. And people are saying Well, look at the pack odds. Gengar SRR is on the pack odd. So that means it still has a chance. Well, that's true. Gengar SRR is on one of the pack odds. So is Heracross. But there's no Heracross SRR. And if we look at past sets, it's going to bring up Obsidian Flames. It has Tyranitar, it has Dragonite. Look at the SRRs. There's no Dragonite. There's no Dragonite. Not even an IR. So pack art doesn't really mean much, at least in the Scarlet and Violet era. But you could say, but it can be different for Mega Evolutions. It can be different for Mega Evolutions because if we look at Mega Evolutions, all the Mega Evolutions pack arts had Mega Evolutions SR for the Pokemons. We had Kangaskhan, we had Latias, we had Venusaur, Gardevoir, Lucario. So it covers the pack arts. So maybe people are assuming that because they did this for the base set Mega Evolution, so it's going to happen for Phantasmal Flames. See, these four were on the pack arts, and they have a SAR. Well, that again implies a very low chance for a Gengar SIR. So the final point over here, and again it's gonna lead to a very small chance, is that if this is indeed correct, if every single letter, every single word is correct, there's no mistakes, then there might be a chance. Because it says Phantasmal Flames will feature 5 special illustration rare Mega Evolution Pokemons, EX and supporter cards. So we know from the released set thus far, there's only one SAR, which is going to be the equivalent of SIR, trainer Pokemon. So that leaves 4 special illustration rare Mega Evolution Pokemons. And we can see from here that Rotom is not a Mega Evolution, or Oricorio is not a Mega Evolution. So from this set, only Mega Charizard is a Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution Pokemon. Sharpedo Mega Evolution Pokemon, and then Lopunny Mega Evolution Pokemon. So there's really only 3. That means there's still a chance for them potentially be those pack odds. Could be a Heracross Mega Evolution, Heracross in the Mega Gengar SIR. Again, the argument for that is also very, very weak, unfortunately. It's not strong. Let me just say it's not strong because here again, PokeBeach also mentions that it could be a mistake from that description. And where exactly did this description come from, we have to figure out, and whether that's credible or whether it's indeed a mistake. Because it could mean 5 special illustration rare Pokemon EX and supporter cards. Okay, so PokeBeach's interpretation of that would be that Phantasmal Flames will only have 5 of the 6 from Inferno X, and Oricorio would actually form part of the Mega Charizard UPC. So in essence, we're only gonna get 5, which is 5 SARs, including the trainer cards, which will be Charizard, Rotom, Sharpedo, Lopunny, and Dawn. So that's the interpretation, if indeed this description is incorrect. However, if this description is indeed correct word for word, then there could be a chance that these 2 are not counted as part of the 5 special illustration rare Mega Evolution Pokemon plus trainer cards. Then there could be a possibility for another slot where it could be Heracross or Gengar. So yeah, the argument for that is not strong. Okay, so given that it's very likely that Gengar SIR is not going to be part of this set, what does it mean for Phantasmal Flames? It's unfortunately not going to be a S tier set. It's going to be a very small set And just based on the information I've seen thus far, it's probably going to be a low tier low A tier set. Just looking back at the 3 criteria, theme wise, it's got Charizard. That's kind of strong, but we've known from the past that Charizard itself cannot carry a set. Think back to Obsidian Flames, and then think back to Brilliant Stars in Sword and Shield era. It in itself cannot hold onto a set. Also think about Champion's Path, Darkness Ablaze. Yes, we got this gold Charizard, but still, theme-wise, it's not as strong as a set of evolutions. So on that front, it scores okay on theme, but it's really quite mid if you just take away all the Charizards. Second, artwork, no doubt, it's debatable. I think most people think this Charizard artwork is the best artwork. I also think so. I especially like the evolution line. We've got Charmander, Charmeleon, normal Charizard, and Mega Charizard. I think it's fantastic artwork. This particular card, I like it. This gold artwork, also I like it. People have mixed views. And then this Oricorio goes Shinji Kanda, so it's going to do well. But if this is not going to be forming part of the main set and part of the UPC, then there's also danger for the Phantasmal Flames. As I said, if the other SRRs are these 4, Rotom, Sharpedo, Lobunny, and Dawn, then it's a really very mid set, unfortunately. But artwork wise, it's still, I would still say it's doing okay. Okay. Now final factor, which is it's going to score quite poorly, is pull rates. Pull rates is going to be very easy. What I mean by easy, I mean it relative to other main sets. Relative to other main sets, which has at least, compared to something like a Destiny Rival, which has 11 SIRs, or to something like Prismatic, which has 32, this set will be very easy to pull your specific SIR. There's only going to be, 5 SIRs in this set. Yes, it's still going to be as difficult to pull an SIR, but to pull a specific SIR, it's going to be much easier compared to other sets. It's even going to be easier than Journey Together. Okay, so the only thing that's saving this is that you have a special Mer rarity, which is going to be much more difficult to pull than a regular SIR. But there's only one of it. Okay, so this card will be very difficult to pull. It's going to probably take, upwards of 500 to 700 packs. But these other cards, they're not going to be difficult to pull. So singles markets will be very weak for these cards. I think my expectation is that these cards will all be sub 100s. These other SRRs, sub 100s, very quickly. Only this Mega Charizard will stay above 100, and this card will probably stay above 300. Might even be above 400. And this Oricorio EX, if it's in the set, it's going to be above 100. If it's part of the UPC promo, then yeah, it's difficult to say. So pull rates wise, it's going to score quite weakly. That's why I think it's barely managing an A tier set. It might even go down to a B tier, which is a bit unfortunate at the moment. And if you look at other cards, there's really not much out there. I mean, this Charizard SR is still decent, but really the IR it's quite weak. Not even trying to throw over here. Nimble, Ludicolo, Dugong, Piplup, Yamper, Flygon, Zacian, all relatively not very popular Pokemons. Toxtricity, Togedemaru, Wigglytuff, Ambipom. What is going on, right? Yep, so hopefully, so the only hope that could make this set better is that this is indeed correct. That there's 5 Special Illustration Rare Mega Evolution EX and supporter cards. Then that gives us an extra slot for a Mega Evolution SIR. And if that could be Gengar, then this changes it. So even though pull rates will still not be that difficult, a Gengar would push up the theme score a lot. And also, if it's a sick artwork, then it will also push up the artwork. Then this set would be a strong A tier set. Right now, it's a low A tier, high B tier set. That's all I have. Catch you in the next one.